Hi there, beautiful souls watching. Thank you. I'm Gabrielle, retired medium in Germany, and I like to share some of my otherworldly experiences and insights. So, this one is kind of the third follow up about addressing pendulum questions and other questions. I have to apologize beforehand and I ask for your understanding and your compassion because I have to rant a little bit. I'm getting slowly annoyed because if I say in my introduction, I'm a retired medium, what do you not understand about the word retired? That means in age, I'm 67 years old. I've got a lot of other things to do. I'm sharing gratis and for free on my channel some of my insights and what I learned. And if you like that, you're welcome. And if you have a problem with that, please feel free to move on. I don't need negative comments or really stupid questions that only waste my precious time, maybe yours as well, because you have to listen to that now. It's only for some that don't seem to get it. And I cannot help you if you are not able to click onto the icon and come to my channel and look what is there, a library of videos awaiting you where I share for free a lot of things, and in every video you can find at least a little bit that might teach you a little bit or help you further on. So my rant is really about people not using their common sense and asking me things if they would have kind of switched on their brain for the reason it was supposed to use it for and ask me stupid questions. What to do with them? I know the answer of my angels. They say mildly and with compassion, I'm not able to have, not yet. They don't know better. Yes, I get that and I understand that, but I'm still human and I get annoyed and sometimes even upset. If you poke a bear too long, it will roar. So, what do you expect? I get overwhelmed because of an interview I gave about my NDE on a German channel in German language by people asking me things in mails or writing me long emails telling me their whole life story. I did not ask for that. And then expecting and projecting onto me that I will answer. And do you know how much time it takes to write all these email answers? That's my precious lifetime. Who's going to clean my house and working in my garden, doing my shopping at the grocery store, while you try to draw me into caring for your life problems? I understand if you are seeking for help, but some of you are just playing psychological games like wash me but don't get me wet and everything without a price. They don't even ask for a session, they don't even ask for a price, they just write long emails and expect that I'm answering that. I mean, that's really totally unrealistic for me, and I don't get it why people don't get that. And I even explained in my emails why I'm making these videos in English. And you can like that or not, I really do not care. I learned to trust my soul and my intuition and what I get from my spirit guides. And they're getting more and more simple with me to not have me misinterpret what they try to convey to me. So I sometimes see just the thumbs up from them and the thumbs down if I'm wrong or the person is wrong and it's not leading anywhere. So I'm not working with that any longer because it does not lead anywhere. The only question leading further and helping on a spiritual path is, what do I need to know now? What do I need to understand now? Or what do I need now? So I really don't get why the Germans keep coming back again and again and again, asking me, why don't you make your videos in German? Or can't you even put German titles under that? Do you know how much time it takes to retranslate everything I share in English and write it down and make subtitles? I have no time to waste on that. Every German in school learns English. If you let it rust and never use it, sorry, that's not my problem. I'm very interested in language, and I found a few things, especially in English, and also the mentality of the Americans, which I like. They don't come like, can you explain further on that? How do you mean that? Why does it not work this way? And how's it going the other way? And blah, 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 blah. The Americans just come, okay, I get it. What can I do? You know, sleeves up and do something for yourself instead of asking an authority and projecting things onto me and making me God, answering all your questions. I am not God. I am human like you. I'm trying my very best to walk my own path, and my guides want me to share things while I'm walking my path, because they say, if you already have it all, then you're so far away from the common people and you can't talk with them any longer. You cannot convey anything to them any longer. The best advice you get from someone who's in it, who's living it, who's trying his best and working out and doing mistakes. And we're so wrongly programmed. A mistake is not a bad thing, but we're made to believe that. Without mistakes, you cannot learn where you went wrong and make a turn. So we should be grateful for the mistakes we make, although they can be very unpleasant, and I don't like these kind of experiences as well. But seemingly I and others as well still need some correction on our path, because we're thinking in the wrong direction. And I get the idea or the impression that the Germans, they once were a people of poets and thinkers, great inventors, mathematicians and musicians. And what happened to Germany and the Germans now? They're only in the head, they're complicating everything by their brain, and they're asking really silly questions, and they're coming again and again with the same things. I mean, if it's too much work for you to look in the comments, other people asked the same questions and I answered it in the beginning. So just go and look there and you get your answer. I'm not wasting my time to repeat again and again and again things I already said and mentioned. And the second thing is, I'm getting older. I start to forget things. I mix up dates. That's why I stopped working with clients, because I don't like these errors or mistakes that happen on my side, because I'm human. As long as you're human, you will make mistakes. And I never said that I'm perfect. You're just expecting that from me or projecting that onto me. Why not be perfect yourself? Try it and you will see it's impossible in 3D, and then you will loosen your grip on other people and expect from them that they are perfect and know everything and tell you everything. It's not working if they tell you everything. Even if it would be possible to tell the truth in 3D material words, which takes a lot of time, one word after the other. That's why spirit world communicates with telepathy. You get the vibration, the feeling, that's information, and you get the data shown in a picture or just one word or a symbol, which is a theory or construct in one symbol. And you get this as a trained medium like me, or if you're very empath or sensitive, you get the same thing all at once, everywhere, right here and now. And you have to unpack it like a file on your computer. And that takes time. The analogy is the music is on the CD. Everything is there all at once. But if you want to listen to it, you have to put it into your player, and it takes half an hour to listen to all the songs on the CD. So I hope you get what I'm trying to explain by this example or analogy. And I'm sorry, I'm just a bit upset and annoyed by things that does not make sense to me. But I already know the lesson that's in there for me because it triggers me. I try not to judge because I understand what you put out is what you get back. And I understand what Yeshua meant with do not judge, because with the measure you judge, you will be judged back again. So this is the simple vernacular saying, or one of the spiritual truth, like from Thoth the Atlantean. He wrote the cosmic laws down in the Smaragd tabulas, or however they are called in English. I don't get the right word or the right name. You can read everything there and try to understand it. It's all out there. It's impossible to say the truth. If it would be, I would do it with love, and I would be happy to do it. But it's impossible. So if you don't have any experience, then you really do not know. Because only first-hand experience, living something, gives you the knowledge. If you only read something or listen to a guru or whomever, even me, because I can't convey the truth, although I'd love to, and there are imposters out there as well. This is all about learning about energy, to recognize energy. And we're taught so wrongly, first intellect, second intuition. It's vice versa, people. It's first intuition and then intellect. And use the intellect to back up your first-hand experience. That showed you how it is working. And, well, I'm taking the pendulum again. Some people ask, what's this swaying around? If you don't get the yes or the no your way, because it does not have to be the same way like mine, this is a no answer. It's undefined. The future is not set in stone. It is a quantum field of probabilities and possibilities. And it depends on your choices, past ones and present ones. So that is the observer effect. You put your energy into making this field of probability and possibilities go either one way or the other way, and increase the possibilities or probabilities from the neutral state of 50-50 to maybe 80-20. So then it makes more sense to work with that. But with a no answer, you're just wasting your time. I don't really get that. And that's why I didn't mention it in my first Pendulum videos and even the follow-up on my channel about some pendulum questions that came up. I mean, a no answer, an undefined answer, tells you there is not yet an answer. So why waste time asking about that and what does it mean? You cannot work with that. It's not fruitful, it's not helpful, it's not useful. At least in my understanding. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. You might decide for yourself. Please be free to decide for yourself. We are here to learn discernment and to master the energies of this world. And I already said several times, we all create our reality by thought and feeling. These are the two polar energies in our world. You can get to the middle into neutrality and get the higher vision, the higher point of view from your soul or your higher self or your guides, which are in the multidimensional picture of you being a microcosm, which means a world in small. So there we have the mirror effect. That's also well known in spiritual tradition. If you go into the bathroom in the morning and you frown at your mirror image, you cannot expect your mirror image to smile back at you. That's just irrational and delusional. You have to smile first to change the outside. So if you have problems in your world, this is the projection from your inside. That's the shadow or the unconscious, what you don't know about yourself or maybe don't want to know, you cannot see or you don't want to see. However, I'm not judging. People are so crazy about, language. It's impossible to say something in language which I only view as a statement, like the grass is green or that person is greedy. If I say that person is greedy, that already sounds like a judgment. To me, it's just a statement. I see where they're at and I don't judge them, but I don't share this low vibration and I don't want to be there and I don't want to be dragged into that. So we have the moment of free choice. You can decide and make your choice, make a wise choice, a well-informed choice. You can read all the things I'm talking about in spiritual traditions, read the Emerald Tablets from Thoth, read some Rudolf Steiner or whatever attracts you and you feel that it resonates true with you, then follow that. I'm not after viewers. I come from marketing and I was a graphic designer, so I know how marketing works and I never liked it. They make a nice package and on there is written something sounding very well, like plants care, but in the package there is poison. I had to work as an ex-graphic designer in advertisement companies for the big companies with the big names in Germany that produce this kind of poison to make your garden free from weed. And they just name it differently. That's to me like painting it nicely in a psychological abusive way. To me it was the only first possibility to get a job and earn my money for my living, because as a graphic designer more or less you can only work in advertisement. And I tried that for 11 years, still thinking I am wrong and the world is right and I have to be the people pleaser and do whatever they tell me, until I found out, walking my spiritual path, it's the other way round. I'm not wrong, and probably most of you as well, you are not wrong. There's something wrong in the world, because this world is reigned by negative forces. And if you're not totally blind, they jump at you everywhere, in every corner, in every movie, in every headline. That's why I really don't like, and I don't waste my time with creating wonderful looking thumbnails like in advertisement, screaming headlines to attract you and then not tell what's on the outside package. I'm not about the form aspect, I'm about content. So what's in the package, that's what I'm dealing with, or doing my best to deal with. So I don't really know. Maybe I'm judging. I don't like stupidity, and I don't like people using their own brain, their own mind. Why have you got that? To use your common sense, and some of your questions that are just unnecessary, and if you switch on your brain you can answer them yourselves, or feel free to move on. You don't have to be on my channel. Nobody forces you. And I only like to work with the ones who are open, and I sense you because I am a medium. I get a feeling about you when you write a comment, whether you are serious and you're really open and want to learn and are willing to move inside and change inside. Even if it is only 1 centimeter, that's already successful. But if you're just playing games with me, like wash me but don't get me wet, then please move on. With all my blessings, all my love and light and compassion, but I'm not willing to deal with that any longer. And another thing, I'm going to follow my list, and sometimes the inspiration that gets my list of video themes I want to make and have on the pipeline, so to speak, totally turned upside down because my guide's coming in and tell me, now this is important, please go and do that. So in the pipeline there is the next video about language, how we are manipulated by language and the unspoken negative energy or connotations that come with certain words and are programmed and made and created to mislead you into a thinking, a way of dealing and thinking with things that don't help you any further, but keep the world in its false, ongoing wheel, just moving on. So I don't want to feed that. And I love this story from native Indians. There's a boy coming to the grandfather and asking him about what to do on the spiritual path, what to do as the right thing. And the grandfather is answering with an analogy. That's why Yeshua and all the others tried to convey truth within an analogy, an example that makes you think for yourself and imagine things and situations for yourself, and then to come up with, what would I do? How would I react? It's always coming back to you. What do you want? What do you really want? And where do you want to go? And how do you want your reality to be, instead of being programmed with pictures by mainstream media or television or headlines of the newspapers? What they are creating, the forces of this world, telling you all the catastrophic things. And in advertisement, it's well known that sex sells and catastrophe and fear sells more than the happy messages. So they are creating that on purpose, and they want you to be in fear of a third world war, which is not coming, as my guides tell me. And we're not blowing up this planet. It happened before already 3 or 4 times. And we did not learn from that, but they caring for us from the higher dimensions, they will not allow that another time. So relax, people. And I continue now, I digressed, sorry, with the story of the grandfather who told the boy, you have two wolves inside of yourself, a black one and a white one. Which one do you think will survive? And the boy didn't know the answer, so the grandfather gave the answer. He said, the one you feed. And that is also an analogy about what do you feel, what do you feed with your divine creative energy in this world? Do you feed the negative, the dark, the bad? Or do you feed the light, the love, the positive? That's the white wolf. And we are made to look at the negative. Oh, that's wrong. Oh, he's doing wrong. Oh, that politician is lying. So you're feeding them. If you give them your focus of attention, you're feeding with your energy the problem instead of being part of the solution. And think in that direction and feed your beautiful creator energy into the solution in what do you want, where do you want to go, and what do you want your reality to be like, instead of I don't like this is not what I wanted, and blah 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 blah. That does not lead anywhere. Please, people, get it. I'm so tired of that, you know. This to me is just wasting time and playing games. And I have in my pipeline a video about language to make and another one about crystals, although I don't know that much about crystals. But what I know, I'm sharing free for you to, if you're open and want to learn, you can have that effect. And if not, then okay, doesn't matter. It's up to you, not to me. My guides just want me to share, and I'm doing that. So if you have a pendulum with a crystal, that's only enhancing the energy and the pendulum answer, because crystals are a very, very special consciousness. It's kind of the enlightened consciousness of the mineral realm of the stones, because the crystal is under pressure, forming this wonderful grid structure with angles perfectly. And there are other people talking about the angles of the pyramid and what this means mathematically. They explain it better than I can, but I know and sense and understand that there is meaning in the angles, and that there is also meaning in why crystals grow in a special grid structure. So I'm going to make a video about that. Just bear with me. I cannot do a video every day because I've got a lot of other things to do than answering annoying emails and requests I cannot answer. And if I suddenly had so many viewers on my channel, I wouldn't even be able to answer to some of your comments any longer. So I don't even want more viewers. I only want the people that are willing and that are open and that want to know and want to learn and move themselves. If you just want to sit on your butt, okay, you can do that. You have all my love and light and blessings. Be happy with that. That's not mine, not my way. So we depart here friendly, and I wish you all the best. And the ones willing and open, they are always welcome on my channel. Sorry for my rant. I had to get rid of that. And I think the lesson in that for me is what you judge, you attract. That's the mirror effect. If you watch what I said and understand it about the mirror, frowning at the mirror and expecting the mirror to smile back at you, that should tell you everything, and I would not have to waste words and time and air to explain that, you know. And I'm learning still myself, so maybe I'm judging stupid and silly questions and annoying themes that come back again and again, and people not using their common sense. I have to work on that. I do my best to get that cleared. Maybe I do Ho'oponopono with that aspect, because it's showing me an aspect of myself. As above, so below, says the first Hermetic law. And if you just change two words and say as within, so without, there again you have the mirror effect. What happens to you, what you are confronted with, what is shown to you in the so-called outside, which does not really exist, because this 3D world is illusion, Maya, a matrix, a simulation. Buddha told you Maya, illusion. Quantum physics tells you nowadays, with more modern worlds, that you are a field of consciousness, which you can call soul or higher self, or however you like to label it. The label will never get the whole content of what it really is. It only leads you astray. So, and I'm digressing now. Sorry, I already wanted to close off, but you know, you get what you put out, as the vernacular says. So, and if you put out things unconsciously, you get them back. So maybe unconsciously I'm judging stupidity and waste of time and energy and things like that. And some of the Germans that don't seem to get it and annoy me again and again and again. So I have to work on that. I do my best. And the funny thing, how the spirit world has got a very, very weird sense of humor sometimes. I am German, so I'm part of the German culture, the German mentality. And I got some clues about the German mentality. That's why I always wanted to get out of this country and wanted to live somewhere else. Looking for another country where people are more open-minded and more heart-based and not this only head, and explain. And, you know, when I'm in Brazil and I say I'm a medium, the people always say, oh, can we have some energy exchange? And then we do kind of Reiki, and they can feel my energy and I theirs. And there is an exchange happening without words, you know, because really conveying messages is via energy, not via words. And if I say in Germany, I'm a medium, I already stopped doing that because I did not like what came back. They said, can you explain that? What do you mean by a medium? You're really doing that woo-woo stuff? Do you really believe in that? I don't need this. If you cannot believe, okay, then go your way. And it's not about belief. I made a video on my channel, Belief versus Knowing. Knowing comes from first-hand experience. So go and have an experience with the invisible, and then you know. And you don't have to doubt or to believe. You experienced it and you know. So, sorry for the rant. Now I really stop and go away and leave you with that. Take the best and the positive of it and leave out the rest. But I had to answer some things that were really starting to annoy me, and I had to address that. So, okay. Wish you all the best on your soul path, dear souls. Blessings, love and light to you and all that are open and willing. Bye.